we're gonna have a real moment. We're about to hit 1 million subs, but there's gonna be out of character placement on our socials for a bit, and I'm just working on if I ever want to be in a Disney movie, or if I want to be with Netflix, which I have contacts, or anything like that, and you see the weight that I'm pulling. You got to be very careful with information, and like I have so much contacts. The city I'm in, I'm dealing with Americans, and my parents are American, born in Canada, but it's nobody's place but your own to give out your private information. And a lot of corporations want to make sure it's done. But I need to talk about something that it's going to be shocking, because like nothing sounds real in my life. I'm going to talk about Conor McGregor. I can't talk much about Conor McGregor, but I can talk about me. I'm from Coal Harbour, Nova Scotia. I won a national medal. I was signed to McGregor's gym at one point. And we're going to talk about what I can talk about McGregor, but gym politics prevents me from actually explaining without me talking to McGregor. But the reason why I'm talking about McGregor, it's not about me. And I'm working on a video, and it's going to be a very detailed video, and I don't even have an editor right now. And I'm going to do it myself. And I'm talking about McGregor, and I want to say this. I keep topics undecided, and the community knows this. Everybody can have their opinion. I am just doing what I have to do. If you ever talk to Daniel Cormier, and easy, I'd beat Daniel Cormier at wrestling if I see him in the gym. If you ever talk to Daniel Cormier, there's levels to what we're allowed to do. And I'm on a level because I won a national medal. And the Logan Paul fight with me and Logan Paul is a real thing, but privacy is so bad. I'm in a city that's so bad, but such good people. What I'm saying is that, they lost the Stanley Cup, and they can't even make money in their business when they're at the finals. But the businesses that are doing well know how to do well. But like any business would be laughing, because they're not going to say they're doing bad, but the bad ones are crying. And that's always been the thing. That's why most businesses fail. But if you can't make money during a Stanley Cup, but it's not my business. So I have to talk about McGregor because I was signed to McGregor's gym. And that's the wall right there. I won a national medal. You're the internet, and the world's scared of the internet. That's where you're undefeated. They know they won't mess with us. Here's the thing. Absolutely, I'm going to get paid for having McGregor's name in my mouth. But the thing is, McGregor will get paid for having my name in his mouth. When you're signed to a gym, you're signed to a gym. McGregor is running for presidency in Ireland. I'm not going to tell you to vote for him. I'm not going to tell you to vote against him. I'm just going to say the good points of McGregor. And I'm going to tell you, there's a lot of terrible people that I've known. But I try to look at the bright side. So we're going to talk about all the things, not on this live. We're going to talk about all these things. This is not even what the subject is for the live. We're going to talk about all the stuff. For anybody that watches it later, I appreciate you guys. Eventually, I'm going to go back to all the comments. I know you guys have been pouring in. We've been doing so many subs and views. And I know these lives have been so short, but you gotta, some of you guys are gonna be very mad at, cities that I'm in. I'm gonna be treated differently in different cities. If I go to Nova Scotia, I'm one of the most beloved people outside of TJ Grant, Sidney Crosby, and a few other people. I'm one of the most beloved people there. They didn't think it would happen. They didn't think I could pull this off, but they've seen me do some wild things. The city I am right now is terrible. A lot of great people though. They're terrible because they're broke. And we're talking about Alberta. I'm in Alberta. You think Alberta is broke? I've been to almost everyone's house. They're broke. Have no money. They're not Dallas, Texas. Oh, but it's Dallas, Texas. They're not any of these states that make money. They're broke. Who's not broke in Alberta? The oil side. But everybody knows that. They're broke. The same people that don't pay their bills, the same people, then those ones that do, I'm not talking about them. But when you are somebody that's doing social media, everybody puts their hand out. I work harder than anybody that I know. I see people that do construction that they don't work harder than me. Wake up, pass out. So in public, I'm going to have people following me, so I can't do. It's hard to do lives on YouTube, but on Tcheck, it's going to be, the cities are going to be embarrassed. If I do a live in the city I am right now, everybody in that city is getting fired. But you don't do that to the cities. And I'm not talking about sensitive issues. And I'm talking about Donald Trump today. Because we're talking about UFC in the White House, and I'm relevant because I won a national medal, and TJ Grant was in the UFC. And we're talking real talk right now. The people of Edmonton, Alberta are so stupid. They're and the ones that aren't stupid, I'm not talking about them, but they're so stupid that they lose a Stanley Cup and they don't look at the bright side because they are such, I'm just going to make my own money. And the ones that make money, they make money. They don't make real money. If you're on the internet, they don't make real money. Now, we are doing so well. I am doing entertainment. I want nothing to do with the realism. And the city has pushed it on me so hard. And when I do my one-on-one, radio and stuff, which I have contacts and I do everything and I talk about it, the city don't want me to do it, but the people in the city are going to talk about me positively. The ones that have no money are going to stick their hands out. But I'm coming home, but I'm not leaving the city. I'm going to Nova Scotia. But we're talking about McGregor right now. But there's another topic, and I'm going to make a video. I'm just want to pre-warn. You know how I am with you guys. And you know the Logan Paul is a real thing. In UFC, it takes time to get to Dana White, and me and Dana White, and now Dana White has to talk to me because there's rules. Daniel Cormier, there's no question. If I see Daniel Cormier, I'll start wrestling with Daniel Cormier right there on the spot. I don't go to the jail to wrestle with Daniel Cormier. I don't. Canadians, don't understand. And that's the thing. That's how we are. I know I'm one of the best talkers there is. The reason why people fail is because they want to fail. The reason why people succeed is because they learn how to fail and they want it so bad they got there, but there's no guarantees. And everybody wants a perfect answer. There's no perfect answer. So I stay undecided. So if I'm signed to McGregor's gym, so if you are my sister, brother, mother, so that's weird. DC, if it was Khabib, in any scenario, Khabib was in any scenario, DC has to be there. It's simple. But it's such a messy thing because I'm from Nova Scotia, it's Scotland, New Scotland. McGregor is from Ireland. And I can't talk about it. But I will talk about what I can talk about in the precise way I'm allowed talking about until certain individuals decide I can talk about it. And it's probably going to get talked because there's a money fight, and the money fight is TJ versus McGregor at the White House. But this is not what we're here to talk about, and it's crazy. I work so hard, people try to bug me. I have people following me on the streets now in the city officials following me, ask me questions like they know me. I don't know you. I do not work for I have a life contract with Todd. Hey, Vivid, I appreciate you. But we're talking about McGregor for a sec. I'm going to make another video. I'm going to make a video talking directly to Todd Peterson at Vivid, which I have a life contract. And I'm going to so Todd owes me a favor. And y'all are Kai Cenat fans, and y'all quit so far when you get a contract. I'm talking about Nike. I have a Nike contact. I'm going to talk to Nike about Kai Cenat. Todd owes me a favor. I have a payroll for life on them, and he has contact. And if you guys watch basketball, you know the Utah Jazz was it was a Vivid Smart Home Arena. I know you guys think I'm Baba Yaga in real life. The community has no clue. They're seeing the numbers fly through you have no clue. It's wild. It's wild. But I want this TJ versus McGregor fight in Crow Park. I don't want it at the White House. Everybody wants everywhere. But people, the city of Edmonton is going to have a riot eventually if they keep pushing me. Because people are going to start following me and asking me for money, and it's going to get crazy. It happened to Kai, it happened to Speed. And the thing is, they got in business that had nothing to do with them, and I'm not blaming the city. The city is, the city officials are great. These are hardworking men and women, firefighters, the thing is, when you aren't there yet, you got to be so careful. Kai had to do so much crazy stuff. So, I'm going to do a favor for Kai Cenat. I'm going to try to fix the deal. This is what I've done off camera almost my life, my contracts and stuff like that. So I'm going to, Todd owes me a favor. I need to talk to Todd anyway because of circumstances that are happening, because, Black lives do not matter. They matter after the fact. They don't. And I am not the type of person to push a topic on the community. We're here for entertainment. We want the world to leave us alone so we can get the entertainment out. That's it. We want the world to leave us alone so we can get the entertainment. And then we're gonna have fun. And it's simple. City of Edmonton are a bunch of losers. The ones that are winners are winners. If you have a house and you pay your bills, you're a winner. If you have steel-toe boots and you're 24 years old and you can go to a temp job and you don't want to feed your family, you're a loser. There's nothing I can say about that. And it's not that. It's look at the context. Feed your family. If you have no family, you're just a person. But if you have people that depend, I have people that depend. I have artists, I have a lot of stuff, and there's been a lot of breach. There's been a lot of breaches on celebrities that I talk to. Breaches because the city is getting too nosy about stuff that an American's kid. Both my parents are American. So now we're talking about the president. I ain't supposed to do it my way. You're talking about the president. My parents are American. You know how honored it is to talk to a president. Undecided. You guys make your choices. See, if I do a live right now and people come up, there's a riot in the city. And if I go to Nova Scotia, there's a parade in the city. And if I go to Nova Scotia and I start whispering to everybody what was going on, which I will, and there's nothing that the city of Edmonton can do. There's nothing, because I'm from Nova Scotia. I was born in Edmonton. And Grand Theft Auto comes out on my birthday. The day they won the Stanley Cup in Edmonton. So I will be at the finals if we make it again in Edmonton. I will be supporting the Oilers. But there's one jersey I'm going to be wearing. And I'm going to be very critical with McDavid. I'm going to be very critical, but we're not here to talk about McDavid. McDavid's not a loser. The city is a loser. The businesses that can't make money off the success of the superstar because you don't believe. Well, I'm in the city. And I don't believe in these terrible companies that I've said. I believe in the good companies, but the good companies understand I did not bash them. I talked about the loser companies that don't do anything. And YouTube is not going to do anything because the city has all my work that I did for making all my socials. So I will get what I need from YouTube because I have put my work in. And the city will get sued by everybody. The country will get sued. Because when people start digging into what happened to me, my actual life, but I'll tell you, if you are in person, you talk to me and you touch me in person, I don't know you unless I know you. If I see you around, doesn't mean I know you. I promise you, it doesn't mean I know you. Just because I've given you food or water or money or whatever, if it comes look, money comes when money comes. If I had Mr. Beast money, you guys would know. You guys know that, and I'm not mad at the community, and I'm talking normally. And I have to woo the world for McGregor in one video, but I'm telling you, I am not telling you to vote for him. I'm endorsing McGregor by making him a video and making the good sides. And then we're going to wrap it up. And I know what you guys are going to do. I know what name is going to be. I'm not scared of Khabib because I'm not disrespecting Khabib. But the thing is, DC says it best. He doesn't even say his name. I don't, if I see Khabib, I would say hi, and I would be very polite. I'm not talking to Khabib. I'm talking to DC. DC, see, this is my friend Khabib. Hi, Khabib. And I look at DC privately because DC understands, like, am I allowed talking to Khabib? Why can you talk to DC? Well, if I go to Jamie Foxx, if I go to Dave Chappelle, I'm famous. If I go to them, DC's there, I'm not pushing DC out the door. I was like, we're going to be wrestling. They'd be like, you're going to see me, DC, wrestle everywhere. I'm the best in the country in wrestling. I won a national medal. I'm not worried about DC. DC's not worried about me. The city of Edmonton's a bunch of losers. They're a bunch of losers. I don't care. It's simple. You lost the Stanley Cup 2 years in a row. I should have went to the city. I should go to Florida. Right? I should go to the cities that win. Philadelphia, I'm trying to bring ECW. And it's simple. It's not, don't curse and say all this stuff. You got to work on your problems. But McGregor wants to run for president, and I need to wipe whatever issues. I have no issues with McGregor. You guys don't know what it is. McGregor will love me. It's a private conversation. And I'm going to talk about what I'm allowed to, and there's going to be a lot of missing details. But I'm going to talk about the national medal. I'm going to talk about McGregor's journey. And if I was signed to McGregor, what did I do for McGregor's team? What did I do there? This question you're going to have, but I can't give you answers. All I can do is just look. And this is not even what the topic is. I was working on that. People are following me, and I'm trying to work on my YouTube in the city of Edmonton. A bunch of losers that can't even win a Stanley Cup. I am working. I was cutting cash. The losers, people in the city can't even pay their bills. They can't even pay their bills in the city of Edmonton. If I said how much people were trying to pay me in the city of Edmonton, the oil city where everybody's broke, the big houses, you think I go to a big house that has money? They want to call me, they call me. But I did it to feed the people that need to be fed. And Nova Scotia is mad. I'm their hero. I'm a Canadian hero because I won a national medal. Every kid that wants to do wrestling doesn't get to know me because how the media portrays. I am the media now. I am a unicorn. I was before McGregor. And I understand. I'm not saying certain stuff. I'm not talking like certain people, because if McGregor was to talk about his favorite person in his gym, he would talk differently. So you don't know what's happening. Understand. I was there with TJ. I was there with TJ during the UFC run. I was there with Pat Stay before he's gone. I was there with Ryan Jimmel before the fastest, in UFC. And you can't say words on YouTube. We're having a real moment right now because the city of Edmonton are a bunch of losers. And the poor people are not the losers. The ones struggling aren't the losers. The people that say don't go to American company, but will go to McDonald's, and there's nothing wrong with McDonald's, but it's Canadian. It's not a Canadian company. I don't do politics, but I tell you how it is. If you don't like my family in America, my mother's from Hawaii, my dad's from New Orleans, do not go to my family's organizations. Do not watch Disney. Do not watch Star Wars. And if you have something to say in my face in Canada where Mortal Kombat's the thing, it's a female, I will sue them. And if that's the person, I will find your job and you'll get fired. But I don't pick sides. I'm undecided. I'm one of the hardest workers. I'm a wrestler. And you don't get to pick and choose what information I do for my community. I get freedom of speech when it comes to America topics, when I'm in America or doing it, and when I'm in Canada, I have guidelines. But I do not have to listen to the guidelines of Canada if I am working at a corporation that follows the guidelines of Canada, which is confusing the people because I read everything. What that means is YouTube has guidelines. So it's not Canada I'm worried about, it's YouTube. If YouTube felt a certain way about principles that I made on my social media, and not once have they ever, and I'm here before Mr. Beast, I've been on YouTube before all your favorites people, just like every single one of you, with nobody teaching you stuff, and people want to be in my business. Private. We got community and y'all got yours. The city of Edmonton are a bunch of losers. I can't wait to go to Philadelphia because I'm trying to work on ECW, and the city of Edmonton are crying because they can't afford to pay bills. They can't even pay their bills. I was born in the city. I'm from Nova Scotia. You're not telling somebody from Scotland. Nova Scotia is Nova. Means new. You're not telling somebody from Scotland to talk like somebody from Ireland. And you're not telling somebody from a different culture to be a culture they're not. That's why Black lives don't matter. You're not telling me what to do because I follow the rules and the laws. So we're going to keep it simple. Stay out of my business, Edmonton. Now, the city workers are great. It's not the city workers. It's the one or two individuals that don't make any money. If you can't make $500,000, don't talk to me. If you're a person with $20,000, absolutely talk to me. And why? Because you're somebody struggling. That person that makes $60,000 to the person that makes $20,000 is a vast difference. They think they're better than everybody up until they find somebody that has so much money that they can get them fired at their job, and you guys find out that way. The city of Edmonton wants to win a Stanley Cup, and they want their privacy. So the city needs to understand, I don't get privacy. But when it comes to off camera, and I don't put cameras in nobody's face in the city I'm at, I believe in privacy. So there's a privacy issue. And Dana White, I did email you, and you know the rules that we have. So I have no issues with the city. I have an issue with something that I can't talk about, but the city will get involved, and then we'll move it. I'm about to do correspondence. I just want to let you know I got stuff to work on, but I'm still going to do the content. I got the McGregor piece I got to put because I got to endorse McGregor. I'm not telling you to vote for him. Understand, if it's your brother, sister, but I'm not saying that, but I was at their gym. If I was with TJ, I would endorse TJ. Do the parts that I have, but I'm not with TJ. I'm endorsing McGregor. If TJ versus McGregor, I am not in TJ's corner. I'm in McGregor's corner. If McGregor says you cannot talk to Daniel Cormier, he's not going to say that. Then I'm going to look at McGregor. It's like, I can't talk to Daniel Cormier. I'm a YouTuber. When I see Khabib, I'm going to look at Cormier. If Khabib decides he wants to talk to me, I'm going to be like, well, Khabib's talking to me. DC, you want to meet the president? Absolutely. My parents are American. You know how honor that is? Anybody, prime minister, you got to come correct. I don't even got the suit and all that. I'm working so hard, and you guys on the community are so good. But the city of Edmonton sucks. Those cities that suck, Philadelphia sucks too. But they tell me I suck. You want to know Philadelphia sucks? Because there's no ECW. They're the best because the Eagles, and that's you. Everybody was happy. Eagles are like, and I'm not an Eagles fan, but I was happy for Philadelphia. But they're sucking right now because there's no ECW, and they know that. I will sue you. I will sue you. But if you come talk to me in person, I'm not going to do that. I will sue you if it's a suable reason. And I'm telling you, it has to be so extreme. I'm not Logan Paul. It has to be so extreme. If I'm suing you, you would have been sued like 10 years before. Like, that's how I will sue you if you're stalking me, or you're somebody says, I know you. You don't know me. If you're a fan, it's a different story. And if I see anybody acting weird, putting cameras in my fans' faces, I will sue you. If I see autographs and I see people putting fans in little kids' faces because they want an autograph from me, I'm going to get my team to find out who that is, and I'm going to go to any official, and they'll deal with it. I do not deal with that stuff. I am an entertainer. Yes, I am famous. Yes, I did 600 million views. I have so much power behind me because of the corporations that I work for, but we don't talk about that because that's what we're taught. My contracts are done. But I will talk about Vivint, Todd Peterson, billion-dollar company. Ain't none of y'all say nothing to Todd. Blackstone is one of the most powerful companies there is. The UFC is one of the most powerful companies, and I'm involved in all the companies. I can say that openly. This is not entertainment right now. This is truth, without getting in trouble on YouTube. And I'm talking to the community because they think that I'm scared. Undefeated verbally. Come to my face. I will get your house taken away from you. If you own a house, I'm loving it. I'm going to be so calm and nice, and I'm going to find out every detail, and I'll make sure you don't live in that house, and then you can go to the streets with the real people and talk about how you owned everything and you want to say stuff. But the thing is, you'd have to be such a person that should not. You have to push somebody to the beyond. People in the city, so I'm going to do a favor for Kai Cenat because I need a favor from Todd. And if I'm talking to Todd, who already owes me a favor, because I got to talk to Todd first if he wants the favor done. You know, the thing is, Todd supports me anyway. I'm on payroll. So that means the city of Edmonton are and I don't curse to you guys, the city of Edmonton are in big trouble. But you're not. You're in big trouble if people actually find out the truth. But the thing is, the economy would collapse. But the thing, I hope that, and Todd would explain this, I hope, and I'm going to say this, I hope that COVID's over now, that they fixed it, and a lot of these companies have. A lot of these companies, except for the one company that stole how I got famous, the PS5 giveaway. If you look in Edmonton, you look at telecom, let's talk about Starlink, but you look at telecom companies, you look at telecom companies that done nothing for the city of Edmonton, they stole my PS5 giveaway, and they just, that was my thing. Go ahead. Sorry, you can't say stole. They use and I apologize to that company, which I'll still do business because I got to rent their arenas. But I'm in Edmonton, and it's Rogers Place, and it's the only company I haven't did. Rogers is dying. Elaine is dying to talk to me. I'm sorry, you too. I don't know. I'm on TikTok. I don't know if I'm allowed saying that. I'm sorry, people. I don't try not to give the young audience any words that I don't think that you guys. I'm a role model for a lot of people, and people will want to dig in my private life because I went to war with telecom companies. Now I'm famous, and it had nothing to do with telecom companies. And my community will back me to the end because none of my social media had anything to do with why I'm famous. The PS5 was my lifeline. And you know what? If there was no Jake Paul, if there was no Logan Paul, if there was no Kai Cenat, if there was no Mr. Beast is not the furthest, but Mr. Beast put out so much work. So they're trying to talk to somebody with no criminal record to block me from Jimmy. And I know what JD says. I understand that. On JD, I get that you don't want to do that because of that. And I'm never going to say bad things about Mr. Beast. I just don't say anything at all. But I have nothing to say about Mr. Beast. And you guys, I am so applaud that the YouTube community has not been supporting Mr. Beast after he constantly bought house after car after car. Where are these people that got the houses? Give him his house back. Give him his car back. Give him his money back. That's unethical. You're just taken from the man. And you don't back him? You have a brand new house. You better call. So when McGregor wants to run for presidency, I will make him a video. I don't even have an editor. I got people running around trying to get locations, trying to talk to me. I just talked to a rapper. I talked to one guy that wants to rap for 30 minutes. He's crying. Why are you talking to me? You're so much better than me. But the losers of Edmonton want to follow me. There will be the craziest riot in the city because I'm a hero. If anybody does that, because you would riot for Speed, you would riot for Kai. I'm doing a favor for Kai. I'm already involved with Speed because Pat God, and they want to get involved. And you don't throw people down the hole until you talk to them privately, where I come from. And when Dana White made us all a promise. And yes, I was in the gym, so he was talking to us. He said it directly, and you ask DC if there's a 15-year-old kid that goes on the computer and starts typing the Dana White. DC would be like, bro, I don't know. He was in the jiu-jitsu class, and he got in the back room. Look, I was not the highest level, but he made us a promise. If we need something, ask for it. And I emailed, and then the city was laughing about it. I won a national medal. Why don't you do your homework, Edmonton? Jack Bond, and I'm in a public place, so I don't want to yell. He's not around no more. Olympics, you took it from us. You guys are so nosy, loser city of Edmonton. American parents. I do not want to see you at McDonald's if you're Canadian. I do not want to see you watching Star Wars. I do not want you to hear any American music if the poor people aren't going to care. I don't want to see it. Canadian made. It's not Canadian made. It's American company. Real. In my name. Tcheck. Parents are American. I stay undecided. Do not go. My community will come for you. You're Canadian. You're not watching the Avengers. Tell your kids that. Kevin Feige, Disney, American. No Avengers for the kids. No kid's going to listen to that. No kid's going to listen to no John Wick. No. It's not happening. No Fortnite no more. Parents will win. I do it by the book, even when it's crazy. And I'm sorry. I know. I'm sorry to my community. I don't apologize to the community because we're trying to do entertainment. People are stalking me. The city is stalking me with cameras in my face. So Todd, I'm going to make you a video. I'm going to send it to Vivid, and I'm going to email correspondence. I got some correspondence to do today. That has nothing to do with the people. People are going to ask questions. But I'm professional. I'm payroll with a lot of corporations. Privacy. And then Dana White's going to talk for me. I promise you, I will buy anybody in my on my chat house if Dana White gets what I want to give. If he gets it done, if I get TJ versus McGregor, if Dana White wouldn't stand up for me, I want it at Crow Park. They might do it at the White House. But it wouldn't happen because TJ's not ready. TJ's not ready. You had Mike Tyson in your face. You don't want it. Even Mike Tyson came back. We're not here to talk about this stuff because the losers in the city of Edmonton, I'm not even working right now. I'm working on my project, my audition. We're there. We're stomping it. I own my own business. I don't even have to go to the city to register. I just laugh at them. I'm a YouTuber, independent contractor, influencer. I don't have a non-disclosure with the city of Edmonton. I could start saying whatever I want. But I don't care. I don't care about a bunch of losers. But you know, when the finals happen and the craziest crowd, when I'm sitting there for McDavid, I know I'm not friends with McDavid. I've heard stories and stuff, but I'm not saying anything bad. But David wins. I won't shake McDavid. McDavid, if we make it to the finals, you don't win. I'm going to look down at McDavid and it's going to be on the headlines. And I'm going to walk away. Because you're not Gretzky. And I hope you don't win, McDavid. And I'll tell you why. Because I was born the day Gretzky won. That's better for my name. You're going to take my thing for my name because the city of Edmonton, while I'm working on the greatest YouTube run in the history of YouTube, outside of what Mr. Beast did, because I'm American's kid. Parents are American. Y'all are in America because somebody in Canada doesn't like to lose. I love losing, but we've just been nothing but winning. That's why it's called Team Win. Verbally undefeated. I don't care if it's Trudeau. I don't care if it's Carney. But I respect the Prime Minister. I respect the President. But I stay out, undecided. That's for the chat. My brother, Kai Cenat, who I took the time out to fill his document at his streamer university, which I didn't even want him to come because we're on such a historic run, and told him I'd eat Phantom's food. That's not privacy because, you know, I'm just going to tell you, Kai would be fun because I'm going to do Kai a favor. The city of Edmonton did this to us. We were doing our thing, and the city of Edmonton wanted to get in our face. They have nothing to do with a Nova Scotian. I am an American's kid. Go tell America that their son can't do their job. Alberta's broke. The oil people are Americans. They have to deal with America. There's American investors. I don't care about oil. I'm not an oil tycoon. You see me shooting oil? I don't. If I see you in my face, if I see you in a poor person's face, I'm sticking the camera and putting it in your face. Leave them alone. I'm not Jack Doherty people. When I'm in the States, you know, it's wilder. It's different. I know you guys play by different rules. I leave the people alone. The privacy that I've had with those people will stick forever. We're moving on to a different chapter. All the time I spent privately in people's homes, I've been everybody, but now I look good. Isn't this a thing that sucks? Because I'm 100 pounds lighter, now people talk to me. Oh, you look good. Now I'm going to have money. Now you want to take what I don't even have yet. I won't let that happen. The country will riot. I could ask for $100 million for what happened in my life. When people are going to dig so hard in my life, and when you hear what happens, it's like, look, we're working on so many projects. The city of Edmonton, now when YouTube, when we monetize, I'm a correspondent, lawsuit city of Edmonton, 10, 20, 30, 50, $80 million, or you let them know that I did everything on my social media, everything that I can do to make sure I'm monetized, you're backing me now because you took my projects from me. You took my projects, which I've emailed to myself and photoed everything to have every single detail. And I'm not saying that these are loser employees. They'll go get a real job. You go get a real job. I knocked doors for 20 years. Well, you spit in my face because you couldn't feed your family because you cheated on your wife. The winners, I'm not talking about them. I'm not talking about firefighters that save people's lives. I'm not talking about the people that have to work at Tim Hortons. I'm not talking about people that work at McDonald's. McDonald's is not a bad company, American company. You guys like their food. Nike, we know what the issue is. And I'm going to work on the solution to resolve the Kai Cenat solution. And I get how Kai feels, and I don't want to see Kai right now because I'm dealing with stuff, and Kai don't want to see me. We can't even talk. I promise you, when me and Kai look at each other from all the stuff people are going to say, Kai won't know what to say. because I'm a professional talker. He was just a guy that he didn't want to do this. He just got out of here. You guys just liked him, but the looks. So I have to do the thing that you guys want. I have to be better looking. So now I'm going to be better looking, and it's the people that aren't, is they're going to have a hard time. They can't even feed their family. But I take care. You guys are basically the Mr. Beast of Canada. I got Jimmy. I'm about to buy people homes and stuff, and people that have decent money don't want that to happen, and want to take from everybody. No, it's not happening. I live in a country where I can beat you up now. And I'm sorry, YouTube, for saying that. I'm sorry for the young people. I will email YouTube, and I edit out so we don't have it, or delete the video if we don't have it. So clip it. Clip this. I will beat up anybody in Canada. If you poke me, I get to poke you back. But guess what? You poke me, I don't poke you back. I won a national medal. If you slap me in the face, I don't slap you back. If you punch me, I don't punch you back. But I promise you, if you have 5,000 fans and you try that with me, it's not me you have to worry about. The people I'm working on their projects, not me, so try it. You're talking about somebody that flipped a judo champion, so I am a hero. The story is so unbelievable, it's must-see to believe I am a real unicorn. I had to lose the weight. This is part of my job. I have 70, 80. I got Low Ez. I got Edward in the UK. This is his legal name, Edward. I could talk with Low Ez in the UK. Wait for me. But Edmonton is stomping on the UK. Edmonton has taken Mark Wahlberg's guys' details, and there's going to be leaks because I'm working with celebrities. Christian and Stefano that did the most beloved Paw Patrols. Edmonton, you're losers. They're cowards too. I'm in public. They don't even want to say anything to my face. People are going to do stuff while we're live, man. Crazy. I'm live right now. Live. Publicly. No, you don't see anybody's face. I'm not flashing everybody. We'll be back because we got to move now because I got to move to a new location.